Good morning, everybody. Sabko namaskar, pranam. Today I am the most happiest man on this earth because this is for the first time I am sharing dice with Dr. Gulshan Kumar, and he is a known celebrity. He is the most sought after person in India because he is in charge of the cyber security related matters, and we usually see him in the conferences and seminars sitting with the very big VIPs and ministers, etc. So Gulshan Kumar ji, thank you very much for making a day for me, for being here. And this is also an occasion here that we have a young person on the dais, Mr. Saket Modi, very young, known to be cyber expert. Interestingly, he started long back his journey by hacking the computer of his chemistry class, but then he converted into a cyber expert. So we welcome him also. And Mr. Chandra from Microsoft with Mr. Yogesh Kochar. Sir, Microsoft has been taking a lead in the security related matters, and we are happy that they are here. Ms. Alka Lamba is sharing dice with me for the first time, otherwise she has been coming to our programs. We all know her as Secretary AICC and also ex-President of Delhi University. Thank you for coming here. But nowadays, Alka ji, we see you mostly on the TV in the programs, on the women and other things. Other person, Mr. Mustafa with us on the dais, smiling. I must say I am surprised on Mr. Mustafa's passion for this thing. Because when he talked to me for this program, I told him, why do you want to have this program in India? And he has a passion. He is so concerned about crimes against women and child. And it is because of him today that we have a very high professional and delegates across the world. We have Mr. Robert Sealing from Interpol. Can we just say hello, Mr. Robert Sealing? At least for me, you are here for the first time in my program. We have Black Dark from Toronto. Can we say hello to everybody? We have here so many VIPs. The audience is selected, but very high VIPs. We have represented here Dr. Clune from Embassy of Australia. Can you say hello? We have with us Dr. Chaudhary, who is DIG of National Human Rights Commission. Dr. Chaudhary, thank you for coming. We have here also Mr. Shekhar, who is member of Delhi Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Mr. Shekhar, can you say hello? We have Mr. Vineet Kumar, CTO of Jharkhand Police. Mr. Vineet, thank you for joining, sir. We have Dr. Anjali Gupta, representative from UN Office of DNCD. Thank you very much. Mr. Aaron Rajput, Chief Electrical Engineer. We have a long list, Mr. Kailash Gupta, Mr. Rakshit Tandon, my friend Anil Prakash, Mr. Mahesh Khera, lots of them. I just want to welcome each one of you. And yes, the topic is very interesting and very exciting. Unfortunate, if I can say so, because child is the future of not only India but all the world. And woman is the most respected lady in India, we say, because she is the mother of all of us. And I welcome all of you for this and look forward for the joint action team in the end of the program. Let us see how we can make India and the world safer for these things. Thank you and welcome all of you.
Good morning, everybody. A couple of years back, a father of a 14-year-old boy come to me. And he knows that I'm doing a little bit on awareness about internet safety, because internet was one of my profession. He told me, he's a layman, he don't know anything about technology. He told me, my son is watching a lot of pornographic movie on his laptop. And I want you to come and delete all those stuff so that he will not watch again. As there's no use, because he will download it again, but let me see what kind of things he's watching and what is the impact of it. I went to his computer, logged in, and I was not able to see any single video or photograph. He just and say, I have seen it. I peeked into his room and I have seen it. He's watching a lot of this kind of movie, and I didn't tell him anything because I don't want to make an issue. So so that I thought I want to take it diplomatically. Okay. I put a surveillance on his computer and managed to find out what exactly he's doing. He have a hard drive, and hard drive is protected with a software. And when he want to use the hard drive, he run a program, enter a password, the hardware is enabled. And the hard drive contains pornographic movies. I say it's normal these days. I don't want to say it that way. But most shocking thing, a 14-year-old boy looking into child pornographic contents. And moreover, I found a couple of videos has been produced by himself. And the girl over there is a 12-year-old girl. He lured this girl to the room and produced the video by using his mobile phone. And that was a big shock for me and his father. And his father said, this is the end of the world. Now I have nothing to do. I have to die, I have to suicide. I will kill all my children. I said, cool down. Let me talk to your son. I started talking to him. In a nice way, in a psychological way. He told me he started looking into pornography when he was 8 years old. It was an evolution. He started looking to soft porn, little hard porn, little more worst content, and there are multiple branches of content. Finally, he was interested to child pornography. He get into a couple of social networking sites, and there are social networking sites who provide child pornography, and he want to become a member of it. The group owners insisting to, we want to make sure you're not a cop, you're not an Interpol guy, you're not a police guy. So what you have to do, you have to record a video by yourself and post to us so that we make sure that you're not a police, we'll give you access to our site. And that's what he did. He lured one of his cousin, daughter, sister, somebody in from their own home, took her to a room, videoed the video. And also, these people are more tech than police, you think. They give an ID. You have to record the video by showing this ID so that we make sure that you recorded as per our request. So that ID is a valid ID for you so that you'll get a membership to our child pornographic sites. And that's what I did. And I downloaded the videos. I am a member of that one. It was a very trauma stage for me and his father and the whole family. Then I started looking into the kind of, we call it CAM, child abuse materials, what's happening on the internet. And we really find it is a very big viral problem and the whole world is facing. That's why we thought of we have to do something in my motherland. I love India, and not only India, everywhere, but when I see from India, Indian side, we have to do something in this regard. We set up this thing, and I thank all of you for being here, especially Mr. Goel Saab. And Mr. Gulshan Roy, one of the famous figures in India, and really admire his willingness to come and support us. And Mr. Chandrasekhar and Madam Lampa, I was looking her profile on the when I see that, and she was doing a lot of social activism in this regard. Thank you. And Mr. Modi and all everybody. Especially I have to thank my Interpol guy, Mr. Bob Schilling, and his boss, Mr. Mick Moran, who is a lot of combating crime against children and women, and Madam Miss Janale from Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and Madam Geeta, Dr. Geeta, and all my friends, my colleagues, Thomas, Najid, the people all who work for this organization and to make this thing happen. Thank you very much, and looking forward. Thank you very much.
Mr. N.K. Goel, President CMAI, Mr. Chandrasekhar, Director Microsoft, Ms. Alka Lamba from AICC, Mr. Mohammad Mustafa, CEO DISC DISC, Mr. Modi, Mr. Rakshit, Mr. Bob, Yogesh, and many other friends in the audience. Good morning to all of you. It's really a pleasure that I have been invited to interact with you on this subject. This is more relevant because about 10 days ago only, there is a case, the writ petition filed before the Delhi High Court, and the Honorable Chief Justice, they were listening the case there. The subject went on, and the discussion on the writ petition went on more than 3 hours. The Additional Solicitor General, he asked me to come and try to help the court in understanding the policies which the Government of India is following. I was there 3.5 hours in the court, standing before the bench there. The issue being raised was what to do in the child pornography or the crime against the child. Many lawyers were there. I must say that it was represented by a battery of lawyers from both sides, and everybody was putting their own views and own thoughts there, and the bench was very, very sympathetic, very, very supporting, listening that they were saying that we want to do something here. My earlier speaker, Mr. Mohammed Mustafa, raised the issue of what he saw the experience. Now, if you look at the history back, we all were a child. I remember my childhood. I remember what kind of issues we used to face. The crimes in those days against the child used to be of different nature. As a 4-year child, I used to go to school, which is almost a kilometer from my home, and we never felt anything. My parents never felt. My mother took me to school for maybe a couple of days and then left me alone, and I used to go myself. In the route, everybody knows whose child is this and from where the child has come. It was not because of me, but that used to be a tradition. But today, the position is totally different. None of the parents feel confident to send the child alone if the distance is a kilometer or. That's a position we have come to that. That shows where we are moving to, where the issues are there, and how we are feel insecure in such an environment. If you look at Mr. Mustafa said about the social media sites and the websites, if you look at those content on the websites there, it's horrifying. It really horrifies the people there. Yes, to a large extent, the parents are responsible. We parents have become very busy. Then our parents used to be there. We don't have time for the children to watch them or to guide them or supervise them. That's our issue also over there. But at the same time, whole society has to take the blame. As I said, in a kilometer, everybody knew me whose child it is, where he lives at. But today, that the society plays the same role which society at that time was playing the role. The education sector, the employment sector, in those days also children of the younger age, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years, or even younger than that, also used to be employed by many households there. But the society played a big role. NGOs played a big role in nurturing those boys. The parents played a big role in bringing up the children, irrespective of the caste, creed, and the section to which they belong. Today, the child, if you go to any park in the evening, around 6 o'clock or slightly dark comes up there, you find flocks of children sitting in one corner and doing some malicious activity. And they become violent if you try to stop them. In such an environment, do we think that whatever we may blame law and order, can the police handle those situations the way we are and where we are leading to. Smoking, hashish, it's increasing, the trend is increasing there just because there is the issues of directions of the child, future directions are not there. Future, the child doesn't feel safe. I studied in a school which used to have the people from or in a class where people from all sections of society used to be there. That thing has changed today. We all try to send our student, our child, in a public school or in a better school. Who goes in the government schools or the corporation schools or such schools over there? The whole section of society is slightly getting segregated there. As a result, a feeling comes up in the child and he starts tending towards the crime, or he gets lured by the crime in many other matters. The social media sites, I have a rich experience dealing with those sites there. They follow different principles when they talk about the child pornography or child crime happening in the West or in the America as compared to when it is happening in India. I can't post any material, or a child below the age of 13 years, up to 13 years, cannot post any material on Facebook or the YouTube or such social media sites in Europe and USA. They follow a strict norm, they have a guidelines. The US Department, they has a US State Commission there, Federal State Commission, they have strict guidelines need to be followed for posting a material for the child, both by any organization, by the child, or by the social media sites. They keep on verifying the credential of the person or the child who posts a material. When it comes to India, they have a different principles. The same case which I started talking, the Honorable Chief Justice kept on asking the social media sites, tell me what policy you will follow or what you want to recommend there. No reply came for 3.5 hours. Of course, the case is listed for short time, in next week or next 10 days, the case is listed there. But the traditions are different, the norms are different. Whenever the government tries to do something, the whole media comes in a different manner. You try to, good thing, I have never seen media appreciating the government efforts in such matters there. So therefore, it leaves a kind of a situation where the NGOs and the public has to come today to work with the government, and certainly we had to do something in this area. When we were formulating the Information Technology Act, the issue was also raised, and we provided the stringent penalties in the form of Section 67A, 67B in the Information Technology Act, and together with the certain sections in the Indian Penal Code. Hardly there is any case registered. There are few cases there, but the cases are not there. But from the legislation point of view, some steps was taken. Today the issue before is, as we have seen in the recent case of a rape of a girl in Delhi, the Indian laws, different laws define different age of a child there. Information Technology Act defined 18 years, Juvenile Code defined 14 years, some other laws defined 12 years there. As the society has, has moved further, now we need to have a debate, 2 points we need to debate there along with steps what we need to take it. One is that do we need to change the age of a child? Do we redefine the child? To what age a child we should take it? Child at the age of 14 years is much more conversant with anything than the child when we were the child at the age of 14 years. So the issue becomes of what age we define child, we define the age. That becomes the issue. Second thing, all of us, certainly we need to play some role in deciding what type of a content we need to provide, and we just go after if any social media sites tries to violate that kind of a guideline which all of us decides there. They have their commercial interest, and particularly in countries like India, where different cultural aspect, different issues are there. They take the country as a revenue generating country and creates more revenue. So we need to be very, very clear what kind of a content about the child should be there on the sites, and we should certainly go after hammer them. What role media needs to play? Do the media play so much, highlight the issues 12 hours of the day or 24 hours of the day? Or they should highlight the issues in a more objective manner, more effective manner. And finally, the role NGOs need to play. The US Trade Commission gave a lot of funding to the NGOs, and the government funding should, in India also, we should give the funding. Actually, the locating the content on the website about the child pornography or child crime or anything is the NGOs can do better, but the government should facilitate there. It will be a surprising and shocks to many of you that some of the important websites in India, if you go, you find some pages in between posting the material which is offensive towards a child or which projects the child pornography or child. Somebody has to look at the content. I don't think after working in the government for more than 30 years, the government will be able to do the job by themselves. The manpower is shrinking and there are different issues. But the NGO should come forward liberally, and the government should support the NGOs liberally to take up the issues and to locate such crimes or to remove such pages or remove such content and to move further in steps to address these issues which we are facing towards child and a woman. Similar stories for the women also. Absolutely similar story. This is the issue which become very important today, and I think the seminar which CMAI and the initiative of Mr. Goel has arranged that. The experts have come from different parts of the country and all the way from different parts of the world. It's really very, very encouraging, and we need to really sit down and see what steps we need to take, how do we work together. The government and the public, society or the NGOs need to work together. We at the Department of Electronics and Information Technology, we are willing to support any program in this direction, and we are able to work with any NGOs so that we are able to move further consecutively and work in the society for the betterment of the woman and the child. I thank Mr. Goel for organizing such a seminar, and I'm sure the more useful views and ideas will come up. Of course, we have to, government has to go before the Delhi High Court and suggesting what kind of steps we will be taking it towards this issue which we are discussing that. And today's seminar is kind of a boon for me because some ideas will emerge, and we see how do we go about it. And the issue kind of debate on the issue, what kind of a guidelines the government needs to issue or the country needs to issue to the social media sites or to anywhere, so that the content related to the child crime or the crime against women should be disabled or should not be posted on the internet. Thank you very much. I thank Goel Group for inviting me. Thank you.
Professor N.K. Goel sir, respected Gulshan Rai ji, Mohammad Mustafa ji, योगेंद्र कोचर जी, चंद्रशेखर जी, साकेत मोदी जी, और मैं सभी का धन्यवाद करती हूँ कि मुझे यहाँ पर आकर अपनी बात को रखने का मौका मिला। गुलशन राय सर ने भी बताया कि 25 साल का उनका अनुभव है, उसमें 20 साल का मेरा अनुभव है। टेक्नोलॉजी के क्षेत्र में तो नहीं, पर राजनीति के क्षेत्र में और सामाजिक में जो काम कर रही हूँ उसके क्षेत्र में। और मैं यहाँ पर मैं कहूँगी कि I'm not here as an technology expert, but I'm here as one of you that to get the solution of the problem what is happening around the country. आज सुबह की अखबार थी कि 30 साल की पुणे के गवर्नमेंट हॉस्पिटल में मेंटली चैलेंज विमेन का हॉस्पिटल बेड पे रेप हुआ है। आज सुबह की खबर है। दूसरी खबर पड़ी कि 8 साल की एक बच्ची दिल्ली के ही, जो भारत की राजधानी दिल्ली की साउथ वेस्ट दिल्ली में नेबर ने ही 8 साल की बच्ची का बलात्कार किया। उससे पहले 16 दिसंबर को क्या हुआ, पूरे देश ने ही, विश्व ने देखा, सोचा कि अब तो बदलाव आ गया। हम रात में तो नहीं बदलेंगे, पर उस बदलाव की जो शुरुआत है वो हमने उम्मीद की कि अब हो गई है। उसके बाद बदलाव ये जरूर आया कि आज हर मंच पे मैं देख रही हूँ, शायद मैंने अपने 20 साल की राजनीति में इतनी महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के ऊपर चर्चाएं नहीं होते हुए सुना या हिस्सा नहीं लिया, जो मैंने 16 दिसंबर से इस अगस्त तक सिर्फ 8 महीनों में मैंने एड्रेस किया या लोगों को बाहर आते हुए हर मंच पे महिलाओं की सुरक्षा के ऊपर मुद्दा बनते हुए देखा। 16 दिसंबर के बाद फिर एक बहुत बड़ा धक्का लगा जब मुंबई में एक गैंगरेप हो गया, और उसके बाद 2 दिन पहले नोएडा में 4 लोगों ने गैंगरेप करा, और ज्यादा शॉकिंग कि 4 लोगों में 2 पुलिस वाले थे। हर बार सोचा क्या और करना बाकी है, कहां कमी है। जस्टिस वर्मा आयोग बैठा और कहा गया कानून बदल डालिए। मैं भी बिल्कुल इंडिया गेट पे बैठी थी, मुझे कहा गया तुम्हारी तो सरकार है, तुम क्यों इंडिया गेट पे बैठी हो। मैंने एक ही बात की, जब बच्चे को भूख लगती है तो वो अपनी माँ के सामने चीखता है, रोता है कि उसको भूख लगी है, उसे खाना चाहिए। वो अपनी माँ के सामने ही रोता है। ठीक है, मेरी सरकार है, इसका ये मतलब तो नहीं कि मैं घर पे जाकर बैठ जाऊं। मेरी वह हक है, मैं खुद एक महिला हूं और मैं समझ सकती हूं। ऐसा नहीं है, दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी की प्रेसिडेंट से मैं 18 साल में बनी और उसके बाद मेरे साथ कभी छेड़खानी नहीं हुई होगी। बहुत बार और बहुत बार बसेस में भी मैं कहती हूँ कि कमी लड़कियों को, जब मैं कहती हूँ कमी हम में भी है, क्योंकि हमने शायद बर्दाश्त करने की आदत सी बना ली थी कि बस में जाएंगे, चौराहे पे कहीं जाएंगे, कहीं भी मजबूरी में भी जाना है, आपको किसी ने छेड़ दिया तो हमारी माँ ही ने कहा इग्नोर कर दो, अनदेखा कर दो, बदनामी होगी, कुछ नहीं किया और हम चुप रहे, बर्दाश्त करते रहे। और आज ही नौबत है कि पानी सर के ऊपर से निकल रहा है कि आज जस्टिस वर्मा आयोग की मांग हुई। 80,000 लोगों ने, जस्टिस वर्मा ने बताया कि रिकमेंडेशंस दी कि कानून में क्या क्या बदलाव होने चाहिए, और भारत सरकार ने कानून में बदलाव भी किया, फांसी की सजा से लेकर सब कुछ। अभी मिस्टर गुलशन ने बताया कि एज को लेकर बहुत सोच नहीं बदलेंगे, लोगों की मानसिकता नहीं बदलेगी, हम अपनी लड़ाई में कामयाब नहीं हो पाएंगे। आप अगर बात करें तो जब हो रहा था कि जुवेनाइल जस्टिस की बात हो रही थी कि 18 साल का जो है बच्चा इतना मैच्योर है और उसको सब तरह की फीलिंग भी है कि उसको कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रहा, और एक गैंगरेप 16 दिसंबर में ब्रूटली जो सबसे बड़ा था वो माइनर ने ही किया था। आज वो माइनर नहीं है, लेकिन जब फैसला आया तो यही कहा कि जब क्राइम हुआ था वो 17.5 साल का था, कुछ महीनों का उसे फायदा मिल रहा है, और इसलिए कानून जो नया भी आ गया है वो उसका कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ पाएगा, क्योंकि नया कानून आगे लागू होगा। और उसका हुआ क्या, सबको मालूम था, ज्यादा से ज्यादा 3 साल की सजा। फिर भी हम सबकी निगाहें टिकी हुई थी कि क्या जजमेंट आएगा। क्यों टिकी थी? क्योंकि शायद हम सभी को उम्मीद थी कि जजमेंट जो है, जो किताबों में, जो कानून की किताब 3 साल कहती है, उससे एक कदम आगे बढ़कर इतिहास रचेगा और एक खौफ और डर पैदा करेगा आने वाले अपराधियों में कि जुवेनाइल के नाम पर सिर्फ आप इतना बड़ा अपराध करके एक मामूली सी 3 साल की सजा लेकर बच नहीं सकते हैं। सर ने कहा कि अगेन गुलशन सर ने कहा कि उनकी माँ आपको किस तरह से स्कूल लेकर जाती थी, वो भी एक दौर था, लेकिन आज 21वीं सदी का दौर है। अगर मैंने जो है मैंने जो है 2 साल में 20 साल में स्कूल की पढ़ाई कंप्लीट करने के बाद कंप्यूटर एजुकेशन लिया, लेकिन मेरे बेटे ने 2 साल में कंप्यूटर का माउस पकड़ लिया था. टुडे ही इज अ 16 years old guy. And you know everything about like how to go through the sites and how to get reach to X, Y, and Z side. And that's also very much like being a mother. I'm really concerned. I'm worried about it. I can't keep eye on that on his mobile, on a laptop or something what he's doing, but I keep on telling him what is happening, whatever I'm going for a conference, what is the topic, what I'm going to say, and what we are fighting about. I'm just discussing everything with him. But I know I can't stop him. But yes, that's being a mother. It's our duty to guide the children because we can't stop it. Hopefully we get this such technologies that we can control our future generation, but that's really a very big challenge in front of everyone here. If I talk about the child abuse, I was the Vice Chairperson of the Ministry of Women and Child Government of India in 2005 for a year only. After that, Mrs. Gandhi called me as a Secretary All India Congress, but in that 1 year, I learned so many things. And how that you can say the mafia is working on the child abuse, on the child baggery, on the child labor, and that really don't allow you to work freely and to take some strict action against them. That lobby is working everywhere and that's working very strongly. But I was there just for a year. And I know sitting in an office, I can't bring the change. After when I left my office in the ministry, I joined All India Congress and parallelly I formed my foundation, Go India Foundation, and start working for the child rights or child abuse against child and all that thing. And it was an experience. I sat at one of the Red Cross about the Siddhartha Patel Nagar. There's a Siddhartha hotel at the Patel Nagar Choraha. वहाँ पर सबसे ज़्यादा चाइल्ड बैगरी है, सबसे ज़्यादा. और वहाँ पर पूरा गैंग काम कर रहा था. आई ट्राइड माई बेस्ट कि पुलिस में एप्लीकेशन दो, हाँ NGOs को लगाओ, बट कुछ काम नहीं आ रहा था. एंड 6 महीने, यू कांट बिलीव इट, 6 months मुझे उस लाल बत्ती पर सुबह 9 बजे जाकर अपने वॉलंटियर्स के साथ बैठना पड़ा. पुलिस वाले आए और हमको बोला आप यहाँ नहीं बैठ सकती हैं. और हम बैठ के वहाँ क्या करते थे, जितने बच्चे भीख मांगते थे उन्हें पकड़ लेते थे, उन्हें नहलाते थे, धुलाते थे, उन्हें अच्छे खाने का लालच देना पड़ता था, उन्हें अच्छे कपड़ों का लालच देना पड़ता था, उन्हें हर तरीके का लालच देकर लाकर उस चौराहे पर बिठाया और उन्हें पढ़ाना शुरू किया. पुलिस डंडा लेकर आई कि इस चौराहे पर आप स्कूल खोल रहे हैं, आप यहाँ ऐसा नहीं कर सकते. मैंने उन्हें फोटोग्राफ्स दिखाया 6 महीने का कि जब तक ये बच्चे यहाँ भीख मांग रहे थे. पढ़ाना गैर कानूनी है चौराहों पर, तो चौराहों पर भीख मांगना और ये नशा करना, क्या ये गैर कानूनी नहीं है जो इतने सालों से आप रोक नहीं रहे हैं? अपने इस सिस्टम में अच्छी चीजों के लिए आपको लड़ना पड़ता है. ये सबसे बड़ी हमारी हमारी परेशानी है कि बहुत आसानी से आपको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. आपने बात की, एक पीरियड होता है अपराध से पहले का समय, एक है अपराध के दौरान जब अपराध हो रहा है, एक होता है अपराध होने के बाद अब क्या किया जा सकता है. मुझे लगता है ऑल दीज 3 stages आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. वी हैव टू प्ले अ रोल बिफोर द क्राइम, ड्यूरिंग द क्राइम एंड आफ्टर द क्राइम. क्राइम से पहले क्या हो सकता है? आई थिंक दैट इज द प्लेस वेयर वी कैन फाइंड द सॉल्यूशन, द टेक्नोलॉजी दैट कैन हेल्प अस टू स्टॉप द क्राइम टू बी हैपन. और दूसरा, ड्यूरिंग द क्राइम, देन मिस्टर जगदीश एंड महेंद्र is there to help us. Just by shaking your mobile, you will get to know everyone that you are in trouble and you need their help. And after the crime, then law is there. And we have to use that law as much as we can, and victim has to get, the accused has to get one of the, I can say the big punishment. Like we are asking for that कि लाइफ इम्प्रिजनमेंट होना चाहिए या फांसी होनी चाहिए, उस पर भी डिबेट है. बच्चे का उम्र 18 से 16, उस पर भी डिबेट है. एक के बाद एक क्राइम के बाद भी डिबेट है. कपड़े का पहनावे पे डिबेट है. मुझे लगता है हम कहीं उलझ गए हैं इस सारी डिबेट के अंदर. पर जो लोग अपना काम कर रहे हैं, मुझे लग रहा है मिस्टर गुलशन हो या मिस्टर रॉय है, मुस्तफ़ा जी हैं, चंद्रशेखर, सब लोग, हमें अपने मकसद को जारी रखना है। हमें बहुत लोग, जैसे अभी गोयल साहब भी बता रहे थे कि आप हर चीज को क्यों डाल देते हैं। मुझे भी सुबह आया कि आप महिलाओं पर इतना क्यों बोल रहे हैं। आप पुरुषों को भी देखिए, सारी महिलाओं के लिए आप डंडा लेकर खड़ी हो जाती है। कभी आपने पुरुषों को भी देखा कितनी महिलाएं गलत हैं और उनको सताती हैं या अपने अधिकारों का नाजायज फायदा उठाती हैं। ऐसे कि उनकी लड़ाई लड़ने के लिए 121 करोड़ की आबादी में किसी को ढूंढ लीजिए आप। मुझे अकेले कुछ आबादी की जो हक और अधिकार की लड़ाई है, हमें उसको लड़ना है। और हमारा मेन मकसद यही है कि हमें एक सेफ सोसाइटी, एक सुरक्षित समाज की हमारी सोच है। और मैं यहाँ पर इसी सोच के आई हूँ। अगेन आई एम टेलिंग, आई एम नॉट एक्सपर्ट इन टेक्नोलॉजी एंड आई एम नॉट हियर टू with some new technology, but I'm here to learn it. What I can get back from here to my society, to the women. And while sitting here, I just tweet on, just log into your site this. What is it? It's www.fightbackmobile.com, right? So please, I'll request you also, go to your mobile, start it from now, right now from here, and just spread this message of the website like I did it, like on your Twitter, on your Facebook, on your message. If you have a daughter, just send a SMS, log into this website and download this application. I believe this is really going to help the women to keep them safe in the society. बाकी अभी बहुत है, बट आई विल नॉट गो इन डिटेल। मुझे लगता है हमारी लड़ाई बहुत बहुत लंबी है और हम पीछे हटने वाले नहीं हैं जब तक हम इस पूरी सोसाइटी, इस समाज को, इस देश को, अपनी बच्चियों को, और अभी तो एक बहुत बड़ा इंसिडेंस और है, एक बहुत बड़े गुरु को लेकर जो बात चल रही है। देखिए, मुझे भी बहुत ज़्यादा गालियाँ पड़ी कि मैं दूसरी तरफ नहीं ले जाऊंगी, बिकॉज बिल्कुल टेक्निकल और टेक्नोलॉजी की बात हो रही है, पर मैं वही बात कर रही हूँ, हम बंटते हैं। People are telling me that I'm a Congressee and I'm attacking Baba because Baba is Hindu. Please excuse me. I'm not attacking because Baba is Hindu. I'm just fighting on behalf of a girl who is poor, who is minor, who is saying she is sexually assaulted. She is, I don't know, got raped or not, but that's her FIR is saying. And I was expecting from such Babas or some leaders or so-called big people in the society or in the country that if you are innocent, why you are running? अगर आप में से कोई भी झूठा भी आरोप लगता, अगर हम innocent हैं, the very first day, it's our duty to go to the police station and tell, I'm innocent, I'm here for any kind of inquiry, and I also want it to come out clearly, and this girl, if it is, whatever is politics behind. Because दुख की बात यही है कि यहाँ पर हर चीज में आतंकवाद हो, बलात्कार हो, उस पर राजनीति शुरू हो जाती है। सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम यही है, वही बात सोच बदलने की है। पॉलिटिकल डिबेट आप बिजली पे करिए, आप पानी पर करिए, आप किसी भी चीज पर करिए, लेकिन मुझे लगता है कुछ मुद्दों पर डिबेट बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए और एक आवाज में बोलना चाहिए कि जिसने ये अपराध किया, इस हीनियस क्राइम किया है, उसे कतई भी बख्शा नहीं जाना चाहिए। और मुझे पूरा यकीन है 1 और 2 सजाएं इस देश में सख्त अगर हो गई और उसका ठीक से हमने प्रचार कर लिया, तो मुझे लगता है जो कहते हैं रात में बदलाव नहीं आता, इस देश में रात में बदलाव आएगा। धन्यवाद।
Good morning. It's really an honor and a pleasure to be here in India and be able to talk with you. I appreciate the DISC Foundation and CMAI for the invitation. And like I heard, this truly is incredible India. I got my ride around yesterday, since I only have a very short period of time here because I have to get back to Interpol headquarters. I decided to do my sightseeing yesterday about 4 hours after I arrived, and I had a quick nap. I got in one of the, not the tuk-tuks, but the auto rickshaw, yeah, and did some touring. And it, I wish I had more time here, but I don't, unfortunately. I'm going to expand everybody's comfort level a little bit here. I'm going to shake things up. You're going to have to trust me on this one. I want everybody to close their eyes, and I want you to think about the most pleasurable sexual experience you have ever had in your entire life. Just think about that for a second. The most pleasurable sexual experience you have ever had in your life. Okay? Who wants to tell me about their sexual experience? Nobody was anxious to do that. And I could see by the look on some faces that there was actually some concern that I might call on you. Of course I wasn't going to. But that fear that you felt for that brief second that I might, I want you to remember that. Because a victim of sexual abuse, that's the fear that they go through. Because they have to tell a police officer, they have to tell a prosecutor, a defense attorney, a court, the jury, the medical professionals that have to deal with that. They have to tell the worst sexual experience that they have ever had in their life over and over and over again to so many different people, to strangers. Yet, nobody here wanted to volunteer their most pleasurable sexual experience. So you have to remember that. We have to be victim-centered in how we deal with sexual abuse. Because I don't care what race you are, what religion you are, or what political party you belong to. No one deserves to be the victim of sexual abuse. If I was to ask everyone in here why you decided to get into your line of work, over 90% of you would say, to help people. I've asked this many times before, and it has never failed to be less than 90%. We don't do this work because it brings us fame, or fortune, or banker's hours, or stable marriages. We never know what's right around the corner. In our line of work, 1 minute we can be enjoying a cup of coffee in a restaurant, and the next minute be dead from a mental man who has a personal vendetta against the police, just like what happened in Lakewood, Washington several years ago. 6 police officers having a briefing in a coffee shop were shot dead by a mental man who came into the restaurant, had a vendetta against the police, and killed all 6 police officers. We never know what's going to happen in our line of work. No, we don't do this for the fame and fortune. We do it to help people. We do it to protect society and to help protect our own loved ones. None of us in this room want any of our family members victimized. We don't want them victimized in a violent or sexual way. We would do anything to prevent it. Yet each one of the victims depicted on this slide were the daughter, sister, brother, son, or mother of someone. Someone who loved them and are devastated because of their violent and untimely death. Each of these victims has a law named after them in the United States. Recognition their family members would rather or not had to fight for. Think about your own children, about your own mother, your grandkids. You would do anything in your power to keep them from being victimized. Anything. So why is the public entitled to anything less? Everyone in this room knows someone, whether a friend, acquaintance, family member, who has been sexually abused. You know the effect this has had on their life, on their relationships, on their self-esteem. The pain can last a lifetime. And for those of you who